stage tonight, our first act. Yay! The first act of the evening, Mr. Stuart Black.
Hello everyone, how are we doing? Right, let's move this out of the way. Okay, convention dictates that your first joke in a comedy set is short and sharp. Okay? So, needle point. It's what my wife calls my erection. That's the first time I've had sympathy for that one. You know what? Thank you. All right. Quick question, ladies and gentlemen. Give me a cheer if you love a good quiz. That checks out. I ask a question and all the quiz lovers in the audience go, I know this. It's me. I love a good quiz. Well, I hereby award everybody who cheered points. Yeah, embrace those endorphins, my fellow quiz nerds. I love gigs down here because you lot actually cheer when I award points. You guys haven't been broken yet. Thank you, never lose that. Now, I love a good quiz too. I love them so much, I've even been on a few of those quiz shows off the telly. Ooh, yeah. I've got to say, right, individually, they are all fantastic experiences. But collectively, they've become this rather depressing chronicle of my journey from early adulthood to middle age. I'll explain. So, I first started with Countdown, aged 18. Woo, right. Or as they now put it, 22 years and 3 stone ago. More sympathy. My 4-year-old asked me the other day if I was having a boy or a girl. I said it was 2 decades of trauma because I didn't win a sodding teapot. A few years after that, I was on the very first series of Tipping Point, you know, the giant 2D machine, you know? I've got to say, right, I've been working out, I was looking good, I even won a little bit of money. And the day after broadcast, a friend of mine comes up to me and goes, you know that camera angle that goes over the backs of the contestants' heads of the machine? Doesn't do you any favours. You are thinning a bit up there. Oh, that was a kick to the slowly expanding gut, I tell you. I went on social media to see how bad it was. Some bright spark had put Lord Voldemort's face there and made me look like Professor Quirrell. Social media can be quite devastating, even for a contestant on a quiz show, you know. I looked a little further, some of the comments about me. He looks like somebody who spends his weekends at historic reenactments. He looks like someone who shares tips online on Microsoft Excel. One was just a picture of a flashing siren with the words wanker alert. But it did get me. You know what? I asked my wife, is it time to shave my hair off? And she said, no, not yet. Besides, I still like running my fingers through your hair. Cool. I asked my mates, and they said, Stu, when it's time, we'll tell you. Cheers, guys. I asked my barber. And he said, bald spot? What bald spot? Kind of funny, man. You should try stand-up. See you in 4 weeks. So I took him up on both offers. I've got to say, in my defence, all right, he was very convincing. Because every time I went to see him, he was getting quicker and quicker. These days, I just take part in the local pub quiz, the local celebrity. Oh, sometimes, right, they ask me though, if there's one quiz, or one show you wish you could have gone on, but never got the chance, what would it be? For me, that one's easy. Robot Wars. Oh, I bloody love Robot Wars. Anybody else here like Robot Wars? Yes. say, right, I am in awe of anybody who could build anything to get on that show. The truth is, the worlds of quizzing and engineering, they do not go hand in hand. At no point in the history of that show did anybody go, oh my God, we need to fix this weld, quickly, quickly. Somebody tell me the year Queen Victoria died. 1901, for anyone. There were levels to that show though as well, weren't there? You know what I mean? You know, you had the teams that were built by families, there to entertain and, you know, amuse everyone, and then you had the teams that were there to lay the smackdown on anything that crossed their paths. And sometimes those levels would collide to hilarious effect. But you get, this is Annihilator. Its weapon is a flywheel with a top speed over 200 miles per hour. And it can destroy its opponents in a single blow. Scary stuff. And its opponent would be like, this is Roomba. It's a Roomba robot vacuum cleaner, covered in cotton wool. Googly eyes to help it see. Its main feature is a speaker that goes bah as it travels around the arena, scares the opposition. And the fight would go exactly as you'd expect. Jonathan Pearce on commentary going, and Annihilator has destroyed Roomba in a single blow! Here come the house robots! Sergeant Bash and his flamethrower! Roomba is on fire! Oh, the Roomba boys are going to regret dousing it in petrol before the start of the fight. Bloody love Robot Wars. So yeah, I just do the local pub quiz these days. And I love a good pun for a quiz team now. You know the kind I mean? Yeah? Merry Quizmas, the nuclear quiz assists, quizzed in my pants. Quizmaster doesn't like that one so much, but screw him, he's on my shit list right now. We had a bit of a run-in a few weeks back. So there was this question, right? In which country were the 2006 Winter Olympics held? We put down the correct answer of Italy. He insisted it was Australia. Australia! That bastion of snow and ice. I tried to argue it with him, and he was all, the quizmaster's decision is final. Bell end. I'd love to say I was a class act in response. Unfortunately, what I said was, do you know who I am? I was once 4 seconds away from outrunning Paul Sinner on the chase. I've also been on the chase.
Come on.
So now we both think the other's a bell end, and that's just great. So last week, right, I was at this pub quiz, and it was me, my wife, my brother, his wife, and my mum. And this question comes up. Who played Captain Marvel in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Now, I instantly blurted out, Brie Olsen. And my wife goes, don't you mean Brie Larson? Rest of the table quickly agrees she's right, I'm wrong. No change there then. We put her answer down and move on. But I knew I'd heard that name somewhere before. So between rounds, I had a little Google. Brie Olsen, ladies and gentlemen, is a porn star. Now, did I mix up fellow Marvel actors Brie Larson and Elizabeth Olsen? No, I did not. No, this was a Freudian slip of epic proportions. And let's be honest, it's just not a true Freudian slip unless it's in front of your mum. I was quickly busted. I tried my best to say, look, I did it for laughs, I thought it'd be funny. The only way I've got out of this, I have to double down. So a little bit later, which British magician was married to former Strictly star Debbie McGee? Answer, anybody?
Paul Daniels.
Paul Daniels, lots of points over there. I said Stormy Daniels. little bit after that. What is the name of the central character in the movie series Anchorman? Anybody?
Ron Burgundy.
Ron Burgundy, points over there. I said Ron Jeremy. You know, that one never gets as many laughs as Stormy Daniels, but that's okay. Because those who did laugh just outed themselves as porn experts. Every cloud has a silver lining, and in this case a rather moist and sticky middle. Alright, one more. Freetown is the capital city of which African country?
Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone, very good. I got that one too, and I have to admit, I don't actually have a porn star name for that one. I just really need you guys to know that I know stuff. So the quiz ends. We didn't win. In fact, the whole night's been a failure by every conceivable measure. And we're now walking home in awkward silence. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, my mum pipes up. Do you know, if you Google my name, you get a porn star? Well, that's a bombshell to drop on your kids, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? I don't mind admitting I took a minute to digest that. And I'll tell you this much. I'm never Googling that. Not again. But you know what? I said to her, you can't bring me down tonight. I know you're messing with me. You can't bring me down. Because you know what? A quizzer's goal, above all else, is to be that one person in the room that nails an answer that the rest of the room can't get. And that night, in front of my mum, in front of my wife, in front of my family, in front of the entire pub, I nailed Sonny Leone. Sierra Leone. Shit. I got you and I got her too. I've been saving that one up since earlier in the night. I'm always one step ahead, yeah? Until she said, yeah, stuff like that makes me kind of feel less guilty about putting that wanker alert thing on Twitter when you were on tipping point. Right, that's it from me. Thank you very much for listening on this Friday night.
Let's hear it for Stuart! Okay, so we've all seen this week that couple called